All right, seventh inning stretch here with you on a third or Wednesday night, August 13th. We're definitely in the dog days of August here, baseball season. We got a lot to get into. We got some of the top dogs, Dodgers, Yankees. Should we be concerned? I think are they the favorites? Brewers can't be stopped. They cannot be stopped. We'll get into the Mariners, Padres as well. Can they steal their divisions? And then I do want to touch on the Tyler's team there. The Giants, is it time for a change in San Francisco managerial-wise? It might be that time. All right, seventh inning stretch. Here we go. And we are live. Padres, Mariners. I want to start there, McGurk. What's happening? Are they going to steal the division? Is that what's going to happen here with the Padres and Mariners? They both are on fire at the moment. We got the Padres actually ahead right now in the NL West. Kind of crazy to think about with that. So I don't know. I don't know. We'll see what happens there. T, are you with me? I can't tell. He's like you're maybe not live here. I think he's not. So I'll go solo here. But the Padres and Dodgers, that's where I want to, or Padres and the Mariners, that's where I want to start here on the show. I just don't understand when I look at the Padres. I feel like I definitely gave up on them sooner than I did. If I'm being honest with you, Darren, you gave up on them a little sooner than you did too. I knew they still had the pieces. The Dodgers, we'll get into them. They've come back to earth. Before we get to the Mariners, let's start there in San Diego. What do you make, T, of the Padres and the run they're in right now to be in first place? We'll see what happens tonight with the Dodgers game.
The Padres are scary. You know who the Padres remind me of? The Kansas City Royals with a better offense back when the Royals were in the World Series against the Giants at 14 and then won it at 15. That back end of the bullpen that I just watched, it's unhittable. Estrada, Miller, Suarez, it is flat out filthy. Then you had Fernando Tatis, probably the best defensive player in the league. We won't have to get too far into it, but every time I watch him against the Giants, I'm like, oh, he saved a run there. He made some special catch. Just great. And they have they don't strike out a lot. The starting pitching, I think in October is dangerous with Cease and Michael King can get hot for 4 innings. And with that bullpen, I think they're a legitimate World Series contender.
So let's look at what they did against you guys right here. They went 4-1, 5-1, 11-1. Now the Giants are the team that you're going to write home about when it comes to their offense, but my God, what are we doing right now? They're an absolute fire. I've won 5 in a row. I like your comparison of the Royals there, T. Something's up with them. And the offense, it is way better than the Royals would ever have in that time. Maybe you could argue defense, but what do you think, David? Do you think that's a good comparison to the Royals there? With the Padres, obviously, have been absolute on fire to come back in a situation like that. So we'll see what happens with the Padres down the stretch here. I think the point though is with Tyler's trying to make that I totally agree with is, they make the big trade. They make the big trade for Miller, and we'll see what happens for the A's long term in a trade like that. But if you look at the Padres now and also getting Spears, they add depth to the rotation, and maybe they will end up turning Miller into a closer. But when you get to the playoffs, I think last year the stat was 40%. 40% of each game last year in the playoffs was pitched by a reliever. So at bare minimum, you're going to need to win a game. You need 40% of that time to be a reliever. And the Padres right now seem to be just significantly higher now with Nunez and then having Miller at that same point. T.
Yeah, they are filthy, like Davis, Holland, and Herrera, and then they have speed. They're athletic. And they can hit the long ball when they need to.
Do you think that the Padres will win the division?
I do. Yeah, I think the Padres will win. The Dodgers, we'll get into them later. But I think the Padres will win the division. I think they are the best team in the NL.
The best team in the NL. Wow.
That bullpen is absolutely – you're not scoring. They get a lead and just having maybe not the most – just the most well put together team. The starting could use a little bump. But Cease, when he's on, and then, like I said, Michael King in the playoffs last year was absolutely filthy.
And Pavetta's been good for them as well. It's funny that that's why the rumors always all the way back to the offseason always threw me off about Dylan Cease. Like I don't know what I don't. I mean, like, obviously they're throwing him out in names because they're trying to get good players for him, but I don't know. Like this is where you would want, like you would want him in the playoffs, right? Like he's the guy that could get you 10 Ks, 11 Ks. That's what you need when it comes to strikeouts. And it's funny looking at their when you look at their stats. Manny has the most home runs with 20. It's not like they're out here just like crushing home runs. Along the way, Manny has 20, Tatis 17, Sheets 15, and Bogarts 10. Those are the four guys in double digits for the Padres. So we'll see if they can kind of hang on here at a kind of a crazy NL West here right now. So we'll see. What do you think of the Mariners on the other side of the West? We go to the
I
AL
like the
side.
Mariners. That pitching staff,
absolutely on fire.
The way Julio Rodriguez is hit the last month, you have a chance. Yeah, Eugenio Suarez, you know how hot that bat can get. And then Cal Raleigh, I mean, he's been a little
MVP.
cold of late, but he's MVP so far this season.
He's been cold lit, but he's still hitting home runs. He's already up there.
That's what I mean. He's been a little cold. Like, he hasn't been the same impact, but he's still hitting the Jags from a catcher. As a catcher or as a fan of the Giants watching Daniel Bailey give you nothing, home run every 3 games is still great.
Mike Krukow was on the radio this morning. He's going, Patrick Bailey struck out 4 straight times looking on the ball right down the pipe. I was like,
and he pretends it's a ball. He always throws his bat.
Merrill's lower this season in home runs, but he's still contributing.
Great.
He's still steady. He got hurt, so I mean, I get it. So, but I think David. I believe you're the Padres.
Who would you have as the best team in the NL?
It's the Brewers for me. It's not. I've been saying that for a long. Yeah, that's the one thing I can claim to fame this offseason. If I can say anything, it's that I've been saying that the Brewers are. That's before they even got the local legend. So Andrew Vaughn, King Vaughn.
I think I could say the same thing on Padres. I've always been high on the Padres. Did they add pieces they didn't have before yet? But Tatis and Machado, I've always been like, these guys are.
Yeah, I think. Okay, let's put it this way, since we're talking about the Padres and Mariners, and we'll kind of get back to the Mariners a little bit more. I want to dive a little deeper.
Yeah.
If you were choosing one team to make to the World Series more, you would with the Mariners. How close would the Mariners and Padres be? If you're saying the Padres are because you're saying the Padres are the best team in the NL. You're saying they're better than the Phillies.
The Brewers and Padres.
They're better than the Brewers. The Dodgers. No, between the two teams we're trying to talk about, Mariners and Padres. Who's better?
Who do I like better?
Yeah, who do you like better to make a World Series run? Is it still?
I lean towards starting pitching, Chicago Mariners, and the way Julio Rodriguez has played like his rookie year, he's kind of came back the last month. If he keeps that up, the Mariners are tough. But the Padres, it's just two different ways to build a team. I like both of them. It's hard to choose, but I'd pick Mariners.
The Mariners one's a little interesting too. So right now they sit a half game behind Houston.
And the AL is not as good in my opinion.
They're 67 and 53. They're inching closer to the best record in the American League. Continue 8 in a row, which is a good sign. So all right, because I feel like with those two teams,
that front four for the Mariners is absolutely it's the best four.
It's just
a big woo dog.
It's just an interesting two teams making a charge, right? Both haven't won a World Series. They're both desperate to get back. Both fan bases. Padres have been a little bit better this year. They've had some heartbreaking losses the last offseason. At some point, I feel like for the Padres, they have to break through. I mean, it's time. Right? I mean, the Dodgers right now look like they're for the taking. This is the time to get them.
I agree. I still think the Dodgers are the Dodgers, though.
I think the Astros are there for the taking. Because going into
that
was the take from a lot of people. I still picked the Astros to win that division at the beginning of the year. Maybe that will be the case, but the Mariners are really making a charge here. So we'll see if they don't peak too early here.
That's the thing about both these teams. The two most provenest winning teams in their respective leagues are in their division, and they're in second place. They're going to make a run.
Yeah.
It's whether the Padres and Mariners can fight back.
Can they do it, T? Can they?
It's going to be a race. This is what makes baseball great. We're in late August.
This is the best time of the year because of that. We said that last week.
Exactly.
Don't give me preseason football. Don't give me that. Give me that. Don't give me that. All right. What do you think of the Brewers with that? David chimes in. It's Milwaukee for me. I'm a Padres fan. Unreal. I mean, there's no other way to say it than absolutely unreal. The 26-4 stretch is the best stretch in franchise history. Their offense has just been out of this world for a team with like what people would say are, if you look at their lineup, most average fans wouldn't know any of them, to be, very many of them. You know what I mean? So you would have your Yelich that you would know, but Churio's not even been in there he's been out since the 29th of July. So he hasn't been here even for this little run that they're on right now. I mean, I really sung their praise 3 weeks ago now, them and the Blue Jays. I was kind of talking about a World Series matchup, but Sam Frelick, hello, what's happened? Isaac Collins, Contreras, Yelich, and then maybe the greatest pickup is Vaughn that they get, who's just been unreal for them since they got him, and for Savali, you know what I mean? Like, what a steal in terms of what production you're getting, and their pitching's been awesome. I don't know, T. The Brewers usually make me hesitant, but I love this team.
They're complete. Like, they've figured it out. They put the ball in contact. They pitch super well. William Contreras is unbelievable. Like, I didn't expect to send him when he was on the Braves. Like, he's a good hitter. And then he got traded to the Brewers, and it was a mistake. That like, you could look at the Braves and their sharp decline kind of that trade. Like, I'm not saying the Braves, if William Contreras was on the Braves, things would be way different, but it seems to happen at that point. The Brewers are really good. Andrew Vaughn, my God, he goes from the worst team in the world. Like, I can't imagine how he feels. Like, winning his whole life, never beat on bad teams. Then go to Cal, they were decent. You're okay, you're rookie, and then you're the worst team ever.
Yeah.
And then you go to the Brewers, you hit, you win, you're having fun. Like, I mean, I said this as a homer because I love Andrew Vaughn as like a player. Kind of, he played in our little league. Giants, it was a no-brainer. You had Lamont Wade hitting 125. You get a third overall pick for Aaron Civelli level starting pitching. Come on.
Oh man, what a pick me up there for a franchise like that. And they've been winning all these close games on comebacks. I was doing some work. Was it Sunday? I think. Yeah, they were. That's what Frelick hit or was it Isaac hits the home run there for the walk-off. They get the win. So Brewers magic, Bob Uecker magic, whatever you want to call it, I'm down for it. I am totally on board with this team. Like I said, maybe you would say their most exciting player is not even there. So you would say, you know what I mean? So you could say that's the case over this last stretch. So we'll see if the big question always with the Brewers, right, though, is that first round. So we'll see what. I mean, they're kind of like
do they have starting pitching that like scares you in the playoffs? Obviously, baseball's so much different.
Yes. Yes, they do.
They do have enough with that Miz out with the Miz.
Yes, if the Miz comes back along with Woodruff as well, and then you got the gosh, I can't forget. I'll look at the other guy I'm thinking right now with it. I feel like they have the three guys right there that can carry Peralta. Thank you. That can kind of get yourself through a series, and then they got the rookie this year that's kind of picked it up. He got rocked here today, or the other day, but. I don't know. Logan, we were kind of just talking about the Brewers there for a second and just like what a machine this freaking team is. Unbelievable, this team. It's hard to even put into words what they're doing.
They're sexy, that's for sure. They're sexy and they know it.
They definitely know it right now. I mean, they can't be stopped right now. They literally are on absolute fire right now. So I wanted to see what their schedule was because they just got done sweeping.
Ooh, you got your Brewers. By the way, Tyler, sorry, I'm not trying to take the show off the rails, but I did actually. So I've never actually seen a picture of your wife, apparently, because I saw you post a picture of her yesterday. Was it yesterday or today on Twitter? And I was like,
we're talking about my wife?
Yeah. I was like, wow, she really is out of your league.
She's definitely out of my league, but.
Tyler,
anyways,
picture
but yeah, no. But anyways, I was like,
did you just say, Logan? Did you just say I'm not trying to show off the rails?
I think that's the definition.
I was gonna comment. I was like, wow, really?
Trying to take it off the rails.
Yeah. No, I was like, oh man, I don't know. I was like, I'm gonna comment something. And I was like, yeah. Anyways,
that's so funny.
She's a beautiful woman.
She is. I was just like, I was so surprised. I was like, wow.
Tyler was a male model before he became a podcast.
I guess so. He's got game.
Must have been a flattering pick.
So back to flattering people. Those Brewers have been flattering this year. They've been doing unreal. So we'll see if they can keep it up along the way. Hey, Logan, real quick before we move on to Dodgers Yankees. Me and Tyler started the show with a little Padres Mariners thing. Give me if I asked T if you had to pick one of those teams to like, if you like their chances to make it to the World Series, out of those two teams, who would you take?
Padres.
So opposite. T took the Mariners.
Yeah, I think the Mariners only because they're the Mariners and they'll never make the World Series ever. So
They
I mean, I don't hate the Padres pick. I like the Padres pick.
It's hard. It's a tough one.
I just like the Mariners starting four in the playoffs. I just feel like
that probably is a good thing. And they're 10-1 with Eugenio Suarez, who hasn't done well for them. So
that's been Mariners just on the way here, 3-3, bottom of the ninth in Baltimore. We have the Braves beating the Mets 9-6. Dodgers up 3-2. They've been struggling. They're up 3-2 though over the Angels at the moment. And the Yankees, they had a little rain delay there. They're facing maybe the Cy Young winner tonight, Joe Ryan. He's been great for the Twins. They're up 3-1. Gosh, most fan bases would enjoy saying the demise of Yankees and Dodgers, but the reality is the Yankees and Dodgers, if you look at the standings, I think it's most records that fans would take, 64-56, but the Yankees sit 5.5 out, and then you have the Dodgers, they just now 68-52, still a darn good record. Where are you guys at with the Yankees and Dodgers? Where are you at with that, Logan?
Dodgers, for the last couple, I want to say for the last month, I've been kind of saying that they're about to have a big downfall, and not saying that, Prophet Logan is a real thing, but it kind of felt like something that was gonna happen really soon. It just seemed like the pitching wasn't there, and the offense was just barely holding on, and it seems like everyone is crashing. What, they're 12-20, I think was the record that I showed you.
Yeah,
and I mean, that's horrible. And, it's kind of funny because I've also been thinking about the beginning of this, or even last offseason when they got Ohtani and Yamamoto. And, there were some people, I won't name names, who were saying that, they're gonna have a super team and they're gonna win the World Series every year, and that's why we need a salary cap. And then it was just over and over and over and over and over again.
Floor.
Yeah, we do need a salary floor, but and anyways, and it's so funny. Baseball has a way of just correcting itself. There's, you can have the greatest team ever, and it still lose. Still go on a losing streak like this. I think Snell is going to help them, and Glasnow's going to come bring him back. Yeah, but yeah, I'm pretty. Yeah, it's kind of scary because I don't know. I kind of think I was one of those people. I'll admit. Yeah, a lot of people were, and I get it. But I always think of the 90s and 2000s Yankees, and they only. I mean, the 2000s Yankees never won anything. So, well, they won 2009 and 2000, but.
What a beautiful time. And that was the case. A beautiful time after coming off all their wins that they had. I mean, they were the opposite, though. It's hard for me to ever feel bad for that fan base. In any regard. But back to your main point, though. I get it. The Dodgers, I'm more concerned still about the Yankees, though. The only reason that puts me a little concerned is this. Fried has not been as good after he's got off the injury list. He has to pick it back up. Rondon's been amazing for him this year. And Fried's still been really good, but I think what Rondon's got to be one of the best pitchers, top 10 in the American League this year. And he's been really consistent. And then I feel like they're getting a little juice with Stanton now on the offensive side. He's picking it up a little bit.
He's been really good.
How long can that last? You think that's lasting?
Injury somewhere probably. But I honestly, when you get to the playoffs, defense, that's just my last thought. At some point, your defense has to make a play, and I don't know. So that that will overcome it. But do they just all of a sudden start catching the ball better? I guess so. I don't know. You don't
have to be you don't have to be the single greatest defensive team ever. And I definitely am not on the. I know Josh is he says defense wins championships. I'm not on that boat at all, but I do you have to have some baseball IQ and defense. You got to be able to make some plays, and sometimes those like the Yankees just cannot do that. They are just horrible defensively, and they're horrible with fundamentals and base running. And it's a shame because they are really good offensively. They are, I mean, if they weren't so bad defensively or with the fundamentals, their offense would be lights out, and then their pitching would be, I think, would be a lot better. Like
Well,
I haven't
Sure.
I haven't looked at the FIP of all those guys, and so FIP is fielding independent pitching, so it takes the baseball players out of it. And I'd imagine that everyone in that rotation's FIP is a lot better than their. I mean, a lot is really good, I would say, because the defense has been so bad and stealing runs from the pitchers.
I am going to look up more FIP now as a result of this conversation. I want to
gotta
know.
do
Yeah, so FIP. That's why
Put
I
it
like
on a T-shirt. Put it on a T-shirt. Give me
Yeah.
the FIP.
Show me the FIP.
FIP is so good though, because like if a pitcher is on a bad team, you're able to just kind of.
It matters.
But
Yeah.
I guess like the Yankees I mean, that's what cost. I mean, like that's my point is like to win a World Series, you have to you have to have magic, and they definitely have the superstars that get to the spot. But then when last year they met the Dodgers in the World Series, a team that was still didn't have the starting pitching, but was better at fundamentals, better at obviously same star power, but did these little things right. I don't think, Tyler, that the Yankees can overcome a team like that if it's the wrong matchup. That's, I guess, what I'm thinking.
I don't think the Yankees are as talented as the Dodgers. First off, just to go there, I don't think they're as talented as a lot of these top of the AL teams.
So would you take the Blue Jays and Red Sox?
If they weren't hurt, they're right there. Judge is unbelievable.
Yes, he is. But he has.
I
was saying, but do you think they're better than the Blue Jays and the Red? Like, because you were on the Red Sox a couple weeks ago. No, you don't think?
I think both of them are better than the Yankees at this point. The Yankees were better 2 months ago, and they might bounce back, but I wouldn't bet on it. I don't see it. Outside of Judge, I don't think the lineup has been very good. They don't develop the superstars anymore. Like Jason Dominguez was the top prospect, and he's been okay. He hasn't been bad. He's a good rookie.
Oh my God!
But he's not what I was expecting.
Every time I watch that guy, he reminds me of your left fielder on the Giants. Every time he gets
that's never good. You don't want anything on the Giants.
No, the defense, Ramos. Every time he gets
that's even worse.
Every time the ball's hit,
I'm a
little worried.
Did you see the throw today?
It was pathetic. We'll get to your Giants here in just a second.
So I wanted to.
When he threw the ball, he throws it to nobody.
What do you got, Logan?
So 430, a 4.30 is average FIP, and so anything lower, I kind of looked it up right then, and I was really shocked actually. So 430 is average for FIP. Anything lower is great. So Carlos Rodon this season has a 3.84. 3.16 is Max Fried. 3.68 is Will Warren. 3.92 is Clark Schmidt. And then Ryan Yarbrough, who's made a couple starts, had a 471 FIP. So all those main guys, I mean, they were doing really well. I don't know how Louis Gill is coming off the injured list, and he's supposed to be their 3-man. So, so it's kind of interesting. I think the Yankees just would be so much. I mean, if they had just learned some fundamentals, and I don't understand how they cannot just go outside every day and instead of spending 8 hours hitting baseballs, like, hey, let's go work on some drills. I don't understand how you don't have time to work on drills.
They should have plenty of time.
They should.
Have you watched Happy Gilmore?
They should. I don't.
There's a problem, Happy. You got to have talent. You don't got it. They can't play defense. They don't have talented defenders. I don't think it's coaching. I think it's people they put.
Aaron Boone should be fired, though. He should be fired.
Yeah, Aaron Boone should be fired. I agree with that. But I think it's a personality thing and like excuse making. Like we'll get into Melvin later.
He's bad, but he's not the problem. It's the development. It's the. It's. These guys are coming. These guys are coming up into the major leagues. and they are not being taught fundamental baseball.
So they had Judge come up. Obviously, he's been obviously a stud. So obviously, we're not saying he's the issue. Outside of him, have they had any? Where do you feel like they've always had to sign out Cole, Freed, Rondon.
Right. Yeah, I blame coaches for mental mistakes. Like if players are throwing the ball to the wrong base, not trying hard, that's
more
a coach.
coach's
if
thing.
you just boot a ball, that's on the player. Like the players can't feel. Volpe is one of the worst shortstops I've watched in the last 30 years. It feels like maybe it's people showcasing
Marcus Simmons.
There's a reason they're showcasing it. It is awful. I'm like, holy smokes.
Yeah,
I feel like he got the yips after the World Series game.
Yeah.
He's got big time yips.
Well, it's so weird. So John Boy on Talking Yanks, they talk about how they like Volpe, whenever he just gets long, continuous days of just playing, he gets worse and worse and worse defensively. But if he gets like 2 or 3 days, off, then he's fine. He turns into Ozzie Smith. So it's just weird. So
you're telling me if I don't have to play every day, I'm good.
Yeah, right. But I'm like,
stay focused.
Yeah, like a player who's like better if you just don't play him 40 games out of the year. It's like that's so wrong.
So basically, he's not an everyday player. Is the way we're. I mean, Volpe's a solid player, but his defense is just leaves so much to be desired.
His offense is so like
when he hasn't been good this year.
When they called him up, they knew his offense wasn't going to be, Derek Jeter or A-Rod or anything. No. He wasn't going to be the next Judge, but they knew that his defense was so good that it was going to like outweigh everything. But now his offense is so bad and his defense is so bad that it's just not even worth it. Like he's just an empty hole wherever he is. And so I'm thinking like off season now, I'm thinking the Yankees again have just these big holes. Like they may need a first baseman. They may need a catcher because Austin Wells has been horrible, unfortunately. Prophet Logan died that day. Predicting that one.
Still has solid stats for a catcher though.
Yeah.
They need a closer.
Yeah, they're Williams has been awful. Williams has been awful.
Yeah,
awful. We talked about
Derek,
him last
you're
week.
one of those guys that I'm with you. Where players in baseball have off years. Devin Williams bounced back to be an unbelievable player he was before this year, or is this kind of the?
I think he can get back to it. Something's off.
I still think he has the stuff.
His changeup is not good. I mean, Logan kind of went into this last week. Like it's not the same pitch. It's like it's nothing.
I mean, is it really just going from Milwaukee to New York? Is it that just changes his whole?
He was injured a little bit. Maybe he has something more hurt with him. I don't know.
But does that change your just mentality so much? Because everyone talks about players would be so good and then they get traded or signed with New York and then they just crap the bed.
But to let's go. What was his last moment in Milwaukee?
Oh yeah, the Mets. Yeah. Alonso.
Can we not act like the Yankees pick guys up and they always suck? I mean, they've had players.
Not always. No, not always. Obviously, not always. Not always. But like, Sonny Gray. I mean, was a big one. Ellsbury even. But I don't understand that one because he was. Johnny Damon was great.
What hair? We saw the hair. Mariano Rivera. ACL. Is that what I heard? Achilles at the old Yankees game this weekend. Is that?
Why is he playing center field?
He's
That hesitates.
done that since his rookie year. He loves shagging balls.
Tyler, I might not be able to play softball tomorrow after that.
I'm out next week in softball. I messed up my hand or my quad.
Do you guys remember when he was out for a year because he hurt his leg? 2012, 13?
Yeah,
I forget about that.
Mariano.
Oh yeah,
he was shagging footballs and he ran into the wall and. Oh my gosh! I kind of
remember you saying that. Yeah. I remember that on SportsCenter, breaking news.
I got so angry. I'm like, why is the closer jacking around like that? Oh my gosh!
He's a kid at heart. Come on, you got.
Yeah.
He's an athlete. He didn't want to be tamed.
He was a 40-year-old man in physical appearance when he was shagging those balls.
Miley Cyrus saying about you can't tame me.
Oh gosh!
So, I think that right now, just give everybody an update. 4-1 Twins. top of the seventh. So like I said, Ryan's going for the Twins. He's got 6 innings, 7 Ks. He's been really awesome this year. And I don't want to say is it Sheetler? Is it that way?
Littler.
Oh, okay,
Littler.
good. I
don't know why I'm telling you. You're still going to screw it up later. So
the CH sound, we don't know if we want that. So you got that with it, and then before we, I kind of the other thing I wanted to get into was just it's a local team for us, but we don't talk about them too much on the show very often because they're just not usually very much to talk about. But I wanted to show that Ramos throw and kind of I wanted a team that to me they're one of the biggest question marks entering the off season, and I know the off season is still a month away, half away. People, here's Elliot Ramos with the throw of the year.
Hammered down the line. This will bounce up against the wall. And Ramos just let one fly totally away from everybody. And that allows Tatis to score.
The radio, he throws it to nobody.
So Melvin's quotes were he blamed the.
Can you show that again?
Yeah. He blamed the infield for not being in the right place, and that's why he was going to throw it to third, but then he ends up trying to throw to second or something.
Hammered down the line. This will bounce up against the wall.
That's why?
Ramos just let one fly totally away from everybody.
Oh, man.
And that allows Tatis to score.
So
I'm not sure how the infield position affects that.
Yeah, I would kind of agree. I would say if that kind of gets to my next question is should Melvin be done in San Francisco? Tyler, this team is lifeless. At this point, they're probably going to fall behind Arizona. I mean, Arizona's actually playing with a little bit of a soul in them. What do you make of the Giants here? You got David here. I was out delivering today to help work. And as a Giants fan, I'm a Padres fan, of course. That was fun. A fun day at the work. I'm sure it was. Listening to them getting killed. What do you think, T, of your team right now? They're in one of the toughest spots in the league right now.
They're completely pathetic. There's nothing redeeming about this baseball team right now. They traded away their strength in the bullpen. Ramos has taken a step back the last month. He's one of the worst defenders in all of baseball. Like this is a regular occurrence. That's the funny part about this. Like he was dropping fly balls. He's been terrible at defense. And his hitting has not been as good as it was in the first half to help him make his first All-Star team. Yeah. I still believe in Webb. They should have traded Robbie Ray. I don't know why they didn't trade him. With the extra year, they could have got a better prospect. We're not winning this year after we trade away our whole bullpen. And they've just been absolutely – there's no redeeming quality about them. They don't play hard. They don't really like Matt Chapman.
So should Melvin be fired? You're telling me every
Melvin's done. If he's not fired, it's going to come to Buster Posey. People are going to look at Buster.
Because the team is lifeless. Absolutely lifeless.
Terrible. Like, I still believe in Rafael. I think he's a good hitter. But don't just say run everything back. Takes a lot of balls.
Man. Verlander got to 3,500 this week. He got 3,500. They got rocked in the second. Logan, I mean, the Nationals spank them this weekend. I mean, just absolutely make those Giants look pathetic. And the Nationals have been playing terrible baseball. And then you have the Padres come in, team that wants the division, and they, like I said, 4-1, 5-1, 11-1. Good night.
They can't score. The Giants did a home run for them to score.
I would say they rank up there as one of the more disappointing teams in the league based on how they started, too, when they're playing well. I think they're one of the worst.
From the beginning of the year, like, Adames was like –
he hasn't been very good.
Great the last 2 years. He's not a good defender, and his bat doesn't translate to AT&T. It just doesn't. Like, he had a good month where I was like, oh, okay, I see what the Brewers had in him for 2 years.
Adames was such a
maybe it's just one bad year, like baseball, it can happen. But it's been a bad year outside of 1 month.
What do you think?
I still trust him. He still hits the shit out of the ball.
Devers has been you can't give up on Devers. He's been solid. What do you think, Logan, from an outside perspective, looking on Tyler's Giants? I think Melvin should be fired, and to me, they were disappointing. What do you got?
I can't blame Melvin though. That's my thing. Just from the outside, and I don't watch every Giants game, so I don't know what it's like in the locker room more than you guys do, who are in the area. But from the outside looking in, it's like, okay, they made this team, and they knew it wasn't going to be gangbusters this year. They knew it wasn't like the most competitive team. I don't think. I mean, Posey made that trade for Devers, but I mean, I don't know. And then the team kind of fell apart. So, but like, some of their guys, they're just not great hitters. And so I don't know how that's the manager's fault in a sense. I get that they started off really hot and now Tyler's angry at me. So, but no, I'm kidding.
But they've been bad the last couple of years too, right? It's not
but great. I mean, yeah, but is that Bob Melvin's fault? Like, I mean, when have you looked at the Giants team and thought, oh, well, this is a competitive team, so if the Giants fail, then it's
I guess it's the way they're losing.
Yeah,
they're just losing with no life. That's for me where I'd be like, what in the world?
Yeah, but but is there a guy that, I mean, apart from Devers, that you're just like, oh man, they really just needed to, they really, like, they're so good. They're like, I guess maybe Adames, but Adames, I don't think we
question though. Hold on, you bring up a good point that I, as a fan that's in, like, kind of like, based on that question you asked me, I would say you're right based on that Matt Chapman's supposed to be their best player. And you have a guy that is as inconsistent a hitter as that you could have, like, they signed him. He won their Willie Mack Award last year as like their best Giant. Everybody's kind of like, he's the guy, he's the leader. But the reality, his bat is as inconsistent as any bat that you'll have in Major League Baseball. I mean, that guy will swing out a slider away for about 2 months. You know what I mean? So like, you just don't have a chance with Matt. He's a great defender. We're not saying that. That saves his grades. But Tyler, I just remember that as an A's fan sometimes, and he had his better years with us. But as you get older, I don't know.
The Blue Jays, he was he was a little bit mediocre as a offensive guy with the Blue Jays, and then the Giants, he was more of a defensive guy.
I don't know. What do you think?
He's been a mediocre hitter outside of 1 year in Oakland where he hit like 37 sacks.
But I feel like it depends on him.
There's not even where you're like, oh, this guy's a good hitter.
Yeah.
His defense is unbelievable, especially when he was a little younger, with a little more athletic. His hitting's never been consistent or good. It's never been like, this is 150 million, or like now 200 million, I guess. He's overpaid. I think he fell in love because I'm a Giants fan. It was like, all right, but like 90% of his tenure with the Giants, I was like, he's not good. He's okay. His defense is a little overrated. I felt like, just because it's hitting so bad. I'm like, I don't care about your defense.
Yeah. I was thinking Melvin's been the coach of
5. But like, your defense, even Willie Adames
kind of. Well, Adames' defense is so bad, his bad offense kills me.
And his purple gloves.
Yeah. Like, even with Adames, whenever he got the contract,
kill me. He's gonna send me over there. What?
We all knew he wasn't worth $26 million a year. Like, I remember him getting that contract, and I thought, I mean, we talked about it. They got that contract, and I thought, that is a horrible contract for the Giants. They're going to regret that because he's just not that great of a player, I don't think.
But
that's
it was
worth
from a desperate franchise who has been
I understand that. I understand that.
20 years and has never been able to when they tried to force Matt Chapman as a star.
Right. Yeah, and so it's kind of like you get what you can take, and then you trade. So you have a mediocre team that doesn't really have anything going for it, like mediocre players playing mediocre baseball, and then you trade away all your bullpen and your I guess hometown favorite right fielder in the Yastrzemski.
No, but
nobody liked him
too. Nobody, a real Giants fan did care about. That's like people overrating Yanni to you. You look at it, that guy is not as good as people make him out to be. I'm glad he's gone. It was time for him to go. They should do that with 90% of the team.
But yeah, they cut out a huge chunk of that team, and I would be just kind of depressed. I mean, if they traded away all those
Fire
players,
the manager, Logan. Come on. How
why?
Before they traded
Why?
they traded him away. They traded him away because they weren't played well. But Posey wanted to win. He went after Devers. He was like, all right, let's go all in. We're gonna go and win.
But
And then
I mean, they were
shit
still.
the bed, and it was like,
They were
okay,
still in.
I gotta redeem some capital.
I mean, they were still in the playoff position. I mean,
when?
I mean, the Cardinals weren't going to. I mean, before the trade deadline.
Yes, they were. Before they went that huge stretch, they were right there.
Yeah,
they were.
I mean, they could have been buyers.
What is the second wild card right now? How many games?
I mean, it's close. I mean, the Cardinals are still 3 games away from it. So I mean, it's not like it's. I mean, it's far out of reach. So I mean.
Well, let's look at that.
Cardinals are still. If the Cardinals are still in it, then the Giants could have been in it. But to me, it's just like you can't put a crap team. You can't put a crappy team together and then get mad at the manager for fielding the crappy team and then trading away half the good players on the crappy team and then be mad because there's like no life on the team. It's like, yeah, crazy is just thinking that you're going to get better when you lose players. So
Logan,
it's not the losing and everything. It's the press conferences where he's not holding anyone accountable and saying, no, it was a great play.
But managers never hold their players accountable.
Good ones do.
Yeah, but it's not the 90s anymore. Like Tony La Russa isn't yelling at everyone. Like, I mean, they got to go into they got to go down to the clubhouse and hold hands with the sharing stick.
Motivating those 2003 Florida Marlins with those cigars.
Sharing stick. I like this, but you kind of forget Melvin was with the D-backs. He's with the Mariners, the A's, the Padres as well. So we'll see what happens.
Loser everywhere.
We'll see what happens. I think the Giants. I said just to finish up the Giants. I just don't like the energy I see from them. Maybe you're right. The players at the end of the day dictate it, but like. I guess it's going stale a little bit. The Diamondbacks are now ahead of them. Giants sit 6 game back in the wild card. Reds, Cardinals, D-backs all ahead of them at the moment. Before I get to trivia with the guys, I just want to update a few games here. Rays kicking the A's butt 6-0. Twins, they're up 4-1 still as we get to the 7th. 9-6. Braves over the Mets. Dodgers up 5-2. Nationals won today 8-7 over the Royals. That's a big loss for them as they're looking to make a playoff push here. Tigers 1-0. Brewers, like we said, they continue to be great, 12-5. Cardinals, they go down to the Rocks, 6-5. D-backs 6-4 as well, and like I said, Giants 11-1. Reds 8-0. Orioles 4-3. Guardians, big loss. They were starting to make a push, 13-4. Cubs 4-1. Astros 4-1. That's your winners around the night. A busy night of baseball, gentlemen. Trivia tonight. As soon as you know it, you say it. No thing. As soon as you say it, you know it.
Well, what if I don't know it? That's
guessing. The winner. I'm just saying.
Hold on,
don't just throw it all names, but give me a guess. When you know it, say it. Don't even hesitate.
Okay.
All right.
Sorry, I was
number 1.
Closing out my windows.
I'm gonna say it first, and I'll put it on the screen just so you both have it.
Oh, you suck.
I played from 2005 to 2016 with 319 home runs, finishing my last 5 seasons in the American League.
I was going to say Ben Zobrist for some reason, but no.
That's a lot of home runs for him.
Yeah, right.
I finished my last 5 seasons. I don't know anybody.
All right. The next one, I think we'll see who's hot. Here we go. Hit number 2. I played for the Rangers. I played for the Brewers. And I played for the Tigers.
Rangers, Brewers, and Tigers. Oh, Prince Fielder.
Yep. Prince Fielder. It is the answer. I'm going to get to your question here, David, in just a second. I feel like we've been just totally crapping on the Giants all night. Let's finish it off with one more opportunity with Prince laying the bomb in the upper top part of the game here.
And there it goes.
Fielder we could have shown him getting thrown out at home.
Prince Fielder with a walk-off home run.
Towards Achilles right there.
Hey, we beat his ass in 2 World Series.
What What a! I remember back then, unbelievable. Just Tyler, the sportsmanship. What a pathetic display from the. Like, I remember that being like a topic on some people. Like, give me a break with that. He was kind of one of those players. He was a fun one. He was one of the guys that.
He was good. He won a couple fantasy baseball championships for people.
Stud, right? Absolute stud. Hey, get back to David's question real quick. I think it's a good one. May I propose a question? Which team post All-Star break has been the most disappointing? For me, it is the Giants. That's the way I brought it up. The Tigers, though, we didn't get into them much. The Guardians, and maybe next week we'll kind of hit a little bit more of those teams. But you're right, and the Twins have even been better. But the Tigers have really dropped off.
Like
are you concerned? Pretty concerned now?
I'm pretty. I mean, what are they? I don't even have their stats up right now.
70. They're 6.5 ahead of Cleveland, and they got 70 wins right now.
Yeah, I mean, they've just not been.
But they were up like 12.5.
Yeah, yeah. But yeah, they didn't add anyone at the deadline either. Really, I mean, their biggest guy was Charlie Morton, who's 42 years old and wasn't doing great with the Orioles. So, yeah, this is, and they had such a great farm system. So, yeah. Anyway, so yeah, that's my team right now, and I'm telling you, the more I think about it, the more I'm thinking Cleveland could steal this from the Tigers, and the Tigers could be out of even the wild card. And so, just saying.
I mean, the Tigers have. I mean, could they do it the opposite of last year? Right? They're like one of the like a 1% chance to make the playoffs, so they go on this amazing run after they sell everybody off. Tyler, they start out with like the best record and then not make the play. I mean, they have been pretty bad. You got another team that you're thinking of outside of obviously your Giants?
The Giants are obvious. Tampa Bay. I mean, but it's not surprising. That's the issue with Tampa Bay. Like they had a good first half.
I think the Mets also for me. I think the Mets have been a little. I don't know.
They're still in it though. It's not like they've been.
They haven't been very good.
You still expect.
I was never.
Playoffs.
I was never on the Mets, so I was pretty. I was like, yeah, this is expected. They don't have a pitching rotation. They haven't had a pitcher who's gone more than 5 innings.
Sean Manaea, he was supposed to be the guy. He was supposed to be the guy for him.
Yeah, Sean Manaea. Wow, the great guy from 3 years ago. And then they got Frankie Montas. Yeah, Frankie Montas, who was supposed. Yeah, another guy who got traded to the Yankees and then got pooped on.
Clay Holmes.
Yeah, Clay Holmes. Yeah, Clay Holmes, who was terrible as a closer, is not so great as a starting pitcher.
Sounds like the Jordan Hicks story.
Who would have thought that? Oh, who was it? Who was it who said that Clay Holmes was going to suck?
The man. Oh, he was been pretty good most of the year. He's been pretty good.
No, don't start with me. Don't start with me, dear.
No, yeah. I'm still holding out hope. He still has 7 starts.
Yeah, he's doing a 3.71.
I mean, come on.
What's his F whip?
Let's go to the FIP. Let's go to the FIP.
Don't start with me. Don't make fun of me for being a math whiz.
But I feel like we've made fun of Tyler's team quite a bit tonight.
The Braves?
Well, that's the second team. We took a little, but Tyler likes it. He likes to give the little Giants. They deserved a little hatred tonight after their performance.
They do.
And you brought up one of the worst plays in Giants history. God, I hope this is John Miller on the call. Tyler knows which one it is. Most people know play it. We're going to Ramon with the great Marquise Grissom up to the plate against the
greatest knob in that.
Rivera leading.
Whoa, hey now, Tyler, this is a family show.
Swinging, there's a shot deep in the right center. Racing back to Lucci, still going back into this valley. It goes right over his glove. He missed it, but Ruben Rivera missed second base. Now he's heading for third, and they're going to throw him out by plenty. But the throw to third is boxed. Now he's heading home. The loose ball in the infield, and he's out by 5 feet at the plate. And that was the worst base running in the history of the game. The game should be over, and Ruben Rivera just did the worst
is John Miller not in?
You will ever see.
Let's go back.
Loose ball in the infield, and he's out by 5 feet at the plate. And that was the worst base running in the history of the game. The game should be over.
I love Felipe's face. It's just like, I mean, seriously, what are we doing? Where you're like, that is as little kid asking as you can possibly get. When you basically are going, oh, nope.
In a 2-2 game in the bottom of the ninth.
We're not going to touch the base. We're going to go the other way. Unbelievable. What are we doing?
30 feet.
Oh, he's out by 30 feet. Here we go. One more time.
It's a loose ball in the infield, and he's out by 5 feet at the plate. And that was the worst base running in the history of the game.
That reminds me of that the soccer thing where they kick they're kicking the ball and it hits the goalie in the face, and then they bring him out and it kicks him or hits him in the crotch, and so he's like, they put a chair and he sits on the chair and he falls over and he still blocks it with his face. That for some reason that reminds me of that. It's the worst. This is the worst base running I've ever seen in my life.
The history of baseball. Unbelievable.
Or John Candy.
That was prime bad baseball for the Giants.
What to call them?
John Candy when in the rookie when he throws he hits the ball and he's like the rookie is running in front of the one player, I can't even remember. He's like, oh my god, rookie of the year. Not rookie. Rookie I was thinking of the rookie for a second.
This is for the whole enchilada. This is
get
for
fair,
get fair. Get fair. Yeah, exactly. Go ahead.
Oh my gosh.
And we're live.
I say that to my wife all the time. She gets so mad whenever I go, wrong again, Ernie.
Wrong again, Ernie.
How is John Miller not in the Hall of Fame?
He's in.
Is he? Okay.
I got in a while ago. I have a pin on my window of the thing that I got it.
I thought you said he wasn't. I was like, oh my gosh.
No, I did say put him in the Hall of Fame, which insinuates he's not in the Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
He's in the Hall.
Okay, I was like, he's not?
He definitely should be. That's what we know that. But just one of his great calls along the way. Just one of the best. He's going to be out by 30 feet. No, he's like, no. I mean, this is as little league-esque as it gets right there.
I miss John Miller.
Me and Tyler once messed around with like announcing a game one time. It's so hard. It's not even like
it is.
It's not even like it takes so much time. It takes
you
so
sound
much
like
time.
did you sound like
did a walk off. I was like, oh, we could have had a move. That could have been.
Did he sound like the Oakland A's play-by-play commentator?
Yeah,
that lady.
That is. Yep. That is God.
It is a home run.
It is a home run.
Yep, it's a home run. Hey Siri, it's not your night.
It's the night with it.
What's his name again?
Dog Days of August, gentlemen. Dog Days of August. We're there, T. We're there with good stuff. We got the Brewers kind of looking like they're just on a mission right now. So obviously a lot of baseball to play out. I know footballs are right around the corner. Everybody's going to get excited about that. But like I say, this is kind of when we start. As soon as you get to September, now you're obviously down to it. And like I said, give me playoff baseball any day. You give me that type of, I'll take that up. What do you got, T?
Is there a team you guys are rooting for down the stretch that isn't your typical, obviously your home team?
For me, it's the Brewers. It's not even close.
I'm a Brewers fan, so I even changed my icon on my phone to Brewers, not Cardinals. That's how dedicated I am.
That's a rivalry right there.
I guess Padres.
Not really.
To pick one. Maybe Padres too. But
the Brewers think it is.
Yeah, I would.
I got Padres. I would.
You know what? I honestly want the Dodgers to tank the rest of the season. No, this is why. I want Dave Roberts to get fired because I hate him as a manager.
But not Bob Melvin.
Give me a break.
Dave Roberts is the worst manager, and he gets praised because he has like an all-star team.
Surgeries, our offense can't stay in the lineup.
Can I cut?
And you know what? He was out on that second base deal in the 2004 ALCS.
Yeah, I think the Rivera
stolen base is why you want him fired.
He was out by a mile.
He's out by a mile. All right, man. He was.
I'm not angry.
I love that you say that, though. We'll keep Melvin, but we're
going to bring up Chuck Knobloch next.
Dave Roberts is crap.
Cubs! I want to get to you guys next week. That American League Central. Let's see where that goes. Will the Mariners be ahead? we'll see what happens with that. I think the cut. I think I kind of want to get into as we're starting to get closer here. Logan sent me some of those good one. What deadline rentals? Looking back at some of those trades, I got to have a list going. So we'll kind of hit back on some good, where they were at, like prospect wise too. Like you got to forget about there's some good DIs that they get back in those trades as well. Scooty Poot.
I hate you. I hate you so much, Tyler.
One of the greats. Gentlemen, hope to see you next week. We're out. I'm going out live here tonight.